Hey, shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here pushing truth and sincerity. The water for what you do, we love you. We appreciate you through the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, and shalom to you. It's your brother Double Dad, Adawan Bartazah. Lord willing, meaning Lord's will. Here to give you edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. Last time we did an overview on 1 Samuel. We stopped at chapter 7, so we're gonna go into chapter 8 and do an overview on this. And see how many chapters we can get in. Or willing, we can get in at least the whole chapter, and in chapter 9 as well. If not, then we'll just do this chapter and move on to the next one. 1 Samuel chapter 8 verse 1. It says, I was gonna say also too. Let me see here. Yeah, so at this point, Saul's being Salakia. Let me see, Junior. Yeah, so they got the Ark of the Covenant, right? Judge Israel, and there he built an altar unto the Lord. Yeah, so Samuel just got through building an altar unto the Lord. We'll just start 1 Samuel chapter 8 verse 1. It says, and it came to pass when Samuel, because Salakia, but you remember the Ark of the Covenant was taken from Philistines. So the Philistines at that time they were our biggest enemy, right? So this is about the back and forths, right, between Israel and the Philistines, and to taking up the Ark of the Covenant, and the blessings and the curses that we received during the time that we were fighting the Philistines, right? Some of us were going off, man. It's refraining from obedience, like we spoke in our previous lesson. Refraining from obedience and disobeying the Most High, man. That you're gonna see that all throughout this whole book of 1 and 2 Samuel. All right, so now we'll move on. It says, and it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel. Now the name of the firstborn was Joel, and the name of the second Abiah. They were judges in Beersheba, and his songs at Salakia, and his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre, and took bribes and perverted judgment. Anytime you see lucre, I believe it's like pretty much money, some form of payment, right? Yeah, profit, unjust gain. Okay, so acquired by violence. You okay? It's okay. So it says, and his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre, and took bribes and perverted judgment. So they were going off, man, right? Samuel's sons, right? And it says, then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah, and said unto him, behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. All right, so, Israel going off, man. All right, like I said, all throughout this whole 1 and 2 Samuel's book, man, just Israel just loves worshiping and following after everybody and everything else besides the Most High himself, which is an abomination, and it's like, it's low, man. And you see it throughout, Jake today, you so-called black Native Americans and Latinos. You worship everything but the Most High, which is Yahweh through his son Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. It says, but the thing displeased Samuel when they said, give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed unto the Lord. So, yeah, man, I'll just give an example of how that sounds. So, let's say you are your kids' parents, and they want to go to Timmy's house. They're friends because they like their parents more, and their parents let Timmy do whatever he want, And they end up spending more time with Timmy's parents than they want with your parent, with you. You set up fishing trips or vacations or quality family time, and they're like, nah, we're gonna go chill with Timmy's parents. Like, what? Like, nigga, I birthed you, I created you. That's Israel. That's what you so-called blacks, Native American, Latinos. You want to be Buddhists, you want to be Muslims, you want to be Catholics and Christians, right? You want to be 5%ers. You want to be goddamn Kemetic. You want to be everything but Israelites and have a power other than Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Continuing on, it says, and the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people and all that they say unto thee, for they have rejected thee, for they have not rejected thee, but have rejected me, that I should not reign over them, according to all the works which they have done since the day that I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods. So do also unto thee. So it says, now therefore hearken unto their voice, howbeit yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king that shall reign over them. And Samuel told all the words of the Lord unto the people that asked of him a king. And he said, this will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you. I believe we read this already. Salakia, I'm going off, I believe. Let me just see real quick. First, chapter 7. Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, Samuel took a sucking lamb and offered it for a burnt offering, holy unto the Lord, and then some. But you either want to do the bare minimum or so. We didn't go to 2 Samuel 8, but I read it so many times, probably why. And recently been reading it, so yeah, let's jump back in here. Let's start at verse 7 again. It says, and the Lord said unto Samuel, hearken unto the voice of the people and all that they say unto thee, for they have not rejected thee, but have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. So yeah, man, see, every time you niggas say that you want that you're a Buddhist or you're 5% or something like that, you're rejecting the Most High. You're not rejecting us when we tell you that you have a power, right? You're not rejecting us when we tell you follow the law, statutes, and commandments that the Heavenly Father set up. You're not rejecting us when we tell you, the Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh and His Son's name is Yahweh Shai. You must go through Yahweh Shai to get to Yahweh, right? You're not rejecting us. You're rejecting them. You're rejecting the Most High Himself. So in that day, He's going to reject you, right? Continuing on. Verse 8, according to all the works which they have done this since the day that I brought them up out of Egypt, even unto this day, wherewith they have forsaken me and served other gods, so do they also unto thee. Right? So, man, you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos have not stopped sinning and worshiping other gods since we left Egypt, man. So that's why you keep getting messed up, man. I want to curse so bad. That's why you keep getting messed up, man. You so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos are in the lowest state than any nation on earth, right? You have nothing set up. You have no rulership. You have no kingdom here, right? You're underneath all the nations, man. You're in subjection, man. You're under rulership, right? Heavy burden, right? Got them working 15 hours a day, man. 12 hours a day. And you can barely even hold your own out there, man. Living paycheck to paycheck, can't even take care of your family. Can't spend no quality time with your family. Can't dwell into your hobbies. You got to go to the crazy extra mile and destroy your body in order to even try to get ahead in this society, man. That's off, man. Job 9:24, the earth is given it to the hand of the wicked. This place is wicked, man. But you so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos are messing up by serving other gods, which they don't even exist. And this is the reason why you messed up, right? Verse 9. Now therefore hearken unto their voice, howbeit yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the manner of the king that shall reign over them. Stop it. And Samuel told all the words of the Lord unto the people that asked of the king. And he said, this will be the manner of the king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself, for his chariots, and to be his horsemen. And some shall run before his chariots, and he will appoint him captains over thousands and captains over fifties, and will set them to air his ground, and to reap his harvest, and to make his instruments of war and instruments of chariots. And he will take your daughters to be confectionaries, and to be cooks, and to be bakers, and will take your fields and your vineyards and your olive yards, even the best of them, and give them to his servants. So, he's going to take everything that you have, man. And stop it. Jake still want a king rule over him because they want to be like the other nations, man. It says, and he will take the tenth of your seed and of your vineyards and give them to his officer and to his servants. And he will take your manservants and your maidservants and your goodliest young men and your asses and put them to work. So it's going to be a pretty much heavy bondage, man. Right? Jake loves slavery, man. Jake loves slavery, man. Jake got Stockholm syndrome for life, man. Right? For real. When you're in his flesh, y'all niggas love being under subjection, man. You got to be led. Jake needs to be led, man. Right? But Jake wants to be led in the flesh. He don't want that spiritual leadership, which surpasses the flesh. That spiritual leadership that actually is going to profit the flesh. Because Jake is stupid. Verse 17, he will take the tenth of your sheep, and ye shall be his servants. See, y'all love being servants. Stop it. Stop. And ye shall cry out in that day because of your king, which ye shall have chosen you, and the Lord will not hear you in that day. Yeah, because Hosea 5:15, man. The Lord turned his back on us, right? You know what I'm saying? He turned his back on us because, we went off, man, after serving other gods and disobeying the law, statutes, and commandments that he set up for us. It says, nevertheless, the people refused to obey the voice of Samuel. See, they still, even though this is a prophet, man. This is a prophet that set up that, the people said out their own mouth that Samuel was a prophet. He was a seer. He was a man of the Lord. And that, all that he says come true. And all that he says will happen because it's coming from the Most High himself. But yet, even though he warned them about this king, they still say, nah, don't worry about all that. We good. We just want a king. Give us a king. Shut all that other shit you talking about up. Because that's what the so-called, that's what the 2/3 think of the words that come from this book, man. That they take it as nothing, man. That's why the scriptures say, cast not your pearls before dogs, man. Or swine. It said, nevertheless, the people refused to obey the voice of Samuel. And they said, nay, but we will have a king over us, that we also may be like all the nations, and that our king may judge us and go out before us and fight our battles. So they don't want the Most High, right? It says, and Samuel heard all the words of the people, and he rehearsed them to the ears of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshai. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahshai, said to Samuel, hearken unto their voice and make them a king. And Samuel said unto the men of Israel, go ye every man to his city. So, let me see if it's a lot here. So, well, it's not a lot, but you gonna be quiet while I read? Yeah, I love you. Right? I don't know if she's gonna stay quiet. We'll probably just end it here, right? Probably just end it here. It was an overview, Samuel chapter 8, and Lord willing, we'll just go to chapter 9 a little bit. All right, shalom to y'all.